Good morning, 8th grade. Welcome to day 4 of week 2. So today you'll take your attendance, make sure you complete and submit that for Thursday, April 2nd. You're then going to review the lesson for your evidence. Takes you through a few questions that I think will be helpful for you to do before jumping into that evidence. So you have the following two-way table, and they ask you to complete it. So I made the same two-way table here. So to complete the two-way table, we have to find our totals. So I'm going to find the total of all the males that were surveyed. So it's going to be 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 9 gives me 20. Okay, then I'm going to find all the females. So 4 plus 10 is 14, plus 6 gives me another 20. I'm then going to find my totals of the different, I forget what this was. Was it like, end of the year parties. So the total who preferred mini golf. So we're going to do 8 plus 4 is 12. Okay. Skating, we're going to do 3 plus 10 is 13. And then laser tag, 9 plus 6 gives me 15. Alright, so this total and this total should be the same. So let's see. 12 plus 13 is 25, plus another 15 is 40, and 20 plus 20 is 40, so I know that we are correct with this total. Alright, so our two-way table is filled in. Alright, so then you scroll down, and the first question they ask is, which end of the year party would your classmates prefer? So to figure that out, you want to look at which end of the year party had the highest total. So mini golf had 12 people, skating had 13, and laser tag had 15. So 15 would be the preferred after school end of the year party, okay? Because it had the highest total of the three. So that would be the answer for number 1 because it has the highest total. The second question says, what is the relative frequency of males who preferred miniature golf? So I'm going to go right to that part right here. So males that prefer miniature golf, that's this number here, right? Males miniature golf out of the total people surveyed. Well, the total people surveyed was 40. So to figure out the relative frequency are our percents, we're going to do 8 divided by 40, and that gives us a decimal of 0.2, and then we take our decimal, we either multiply it by 100 or shift it twice, and we'll get an answer of 20%. Okay, so males who preferred miniature golf was 8 out of the total who were surveyed would be 40. So 8 divided by 40 is 0.2, and 0.2 as a percent is 20%. Okay, so those are the first two questions for you to go over. Then it gives you a new table, so I'm going to try to not have to erase everything. Let's see if I could just erase my numbers and fill them back in. Okay. Okay, so this I actually don't need for the next table, so I'm going to take that away. Alright, I hope everyone's staying safe and being careful. Miss you guys. Definitely would rather be teaching you in the classroom than this way. Alright, that kind of worked. I'm going to just erase this part. Oh my god. Okay, so here we now have males and females. And then we have our total. So they just swapped it on us. Okay, and then at the top we have play tennis. We have water activities. Let me extend these lines. Okay, we have one more. We have picnic. And then of course we have total. Okay, And they give us some numbers, so I'm going to fill them in. So we have 9 and 3. We have 8 here. We have 7 up here. 18 down here. And we have 28 over here. Okay, so let's fill in some numbers. So the total people that preferred tennis would be 9 plus 3, which is 12. Okay. Let's see. I can figure out what this blank is because I know that my row has to add up to 28. So let's see, we'll do 28 minus 7 is 21. And then 21 minus 9 will give us 21 minus 9, I'm still waking up, 12? No, 11. 12, I was right. Okay. So we just did 28 minus 7, that gave us 21, and then minus 9 gave us 12. And let's check, 9 plus 12 is 21, plus 7 is 28. Oh, I'm sorry, I have a tickle. Okay, so now we can add up our water activities, so 12 plus 8, that's going to be 20. We could figure out what this blank is, because I know 7 plus some number has to be 18. 7 plus some number, that would have to be 11. 7 plus 11 is 18. And then to figure out this blank, I'm going to add up my entire row. So it's 8 plus 3 is 11, plus another 11 will give us 22. So this column should equal the same sum as this row. So let's check it out. 28 plus 22 is 50. And 12 plus 20 is 32, plus 18 is also 50. So we know we're correct. All right, so here's our table filled in. And we're going to answer the 2 questions that follow. So let's see. Okay, what is the relative frequency of females that prefer to play tennis? So let's see, females, tennis, out of the total amount of females surveyed. So notice how they're very specific. They're not saying, oh, this lesson is wrong. This lesson says out of the total females, it's supposed to be out of the total that play tennis. All right, I'm going to see if I could fix that before this morning. So let's do that. So the total females that prefer tennis would be 3 out of the total that play tennis, which would be 12. Okay, so we'll do 3 divided by 12, and that's going to give us 0.25, and then 0.25 converted to a percent would be 25%. Okay, so this question said, what is the relative frequency of females that prefer tennis out of the total amount of people that prefer tennis? Okay, so it would be 3 divided by 12, and then that decimal then becomes 25%. Okay, so it didn't say out of the total people surveyed, it said out of the total people that prefer tennis. All right, so that was that answer. And then I'll go to the last one. It says, okay, so I'm just going to show you this table. So this table is given to you, and notice how all of them are decimals. That just means that they converted the fractions that were there into decimals. So it says, what's the relative frequency of males that prefer water activities? So we'll go to males, water activities. It says 0.24. Your hint, all you have to do is convert the decimal to a percent. So 0.24 as a percent would be 24%. And that's your answer. Don't overthink this question. It's much easier than you may think it is. Okay, so they're going to give you a table where there's decimals on it, and all you have to do is find the section they're talking about and convert it to a percent by either multiplying by 100 or shifting it twice. All right, and that's it. Then you will take your evidence of student mastery, which I'll show you is right here. And for my class, you guys don't have any homework today since you're taking the evidence. All right, I hope this helped. Have a great day and stay safe.